Hey guys, welcome to our first loadout lessons. New series we're going to be showing some of the classes that we use and how we use them, bit of gameplay footage, and show you how we play quite a bit. Depending we want to be competitive, trolling, whatever. So the first class going to be doing today is my default class, which is the Fel OSW. Fel for me, awesome. I've got a pretty quick trigger finger and pretty good reflexes, so the Fel does about 55 damage or something. So, two shots, yeah, the person should be dead. What I use as a fail is the reflex sight, quick acquisition, good aiming, simple. I use the suppressor, stay hidden from radar. You can move around behind people, take out bulk enemies without ever being found out. So that's why I use that, and it doesn't really seem to hamper the damage that much. And I use the stock for quick acquisition of enemies that can move side to side and dodge bullets and whatnot. So, yeah, the stock's really handy. I use hardline, get my kill streaks pretty quickly. I use toughness. That way, when I'm getting shot at, my reticle stays accurate and solid, and I can still hit my target with ease. Dexterity, when I'm running, I need to get my gun up quickly because I don't use quick draw, so I use dexterity instead of quick draw. And I use engineer at the moment just because I've been getting smashed by equipment lately. So I generally use tactical mask. A lot of people just spam flashbangs and concussion nades and whatnot trying to get their kills, so that's really handy. And primary gunfighter as well, so I can have the 3 attachments. So I spend most of the time aim down sight, so the stock's really helpful in that aspect. And yeah, that's it.
Okay guys, it's Storm now. Thanks for that, Kman. My turn to show you what I use. Again, I use the Fel. It's both of our favourite gun. I got all my assault rifles to gold, which means I got the diamond camo now. I'm going to run through my pick 10 pretty well. I use primary gunfighter so that I got my 3 attachments. I go the red dot, quick draw, and I go silencer. And I'll tell you why. I don't believe the iron sights on the Fel are accurate enough for me. I like to have that red dot. The red dot's good because it's just that simple thing on top. It gives you a big range of view as well as that accurate tiny little dot. I always run suppressor. Suppressor's just great. I just seem to always get my kill streaks faster. I'm always getting behind the enemy, and you always get the 2 or 3 kills rather than just the 1 and the other 2 guys turn around and kill you. And the main difference with me and Kman is the 3rd attachment, which you can see. I use the quick draw, whereas he uses the stock. A lot of his gameplay is looking down the sight constantly, where mine is constantly looking around the environment, aiming in and aiming out. 2 good ways of playing, but it's just your personal preference really. I like taking advantage of the auto aiming system and quickly aiming in and out when you encounter someone around a corner can actually lock onto the person, and it just seems to work better for me. I seem to over aim when I'm using the stock. My perks, they often change, but this is what I found to be the best that works for me. I use hardline. It doesn't work like the other hardlines in the other CODs. This one, because of the score streak system and rather than the kill streak system, hardline works on taking a percentage less score to reach your score streak, but it works really well because it just means that even your assists, score streak kills, and everything, it takes less to get to the next score streak. Toughness, I believe, is vital in anything that isn't hardcore. It's just how I win my gun battles. As soon as we engage an enemy and it comes down to who can kill the other one first, they flinch and you don't, and you stay on target and they don't, and pretty well you get the 2nd shot in, they're dead. Now, perk 3, I've always run dexterity. I'm always running. It's important for me to climb onto things very quickly. This climb animation in this game is ridiculously slow, and it is just painful to watch. I use perk 3 greed, so they can have 2, and I use the tactical mask. Now, I never had the tactical mask on. I usually had engineer, the same as Kman. Engineer is great, especially if you're running a care package, but I took the care package off and then I really didn't see the need for engineer, especially considering I can duck most bouncing betties, so I don't need the engineer to see them. A concussion grenade, it takes like 10 seconds for you to fully get your mobilization back. If you get hit by a concussion grenade and you don't have tactical mask on, you're done for. Someone is going to come and clean you up because it takes that long to recover from it. And I've been killed countless times, and it got to the point where I had to put it on. It completely nullifies any effects. I believe all you do is you take the initial damage. These aren't what we guarantee will work for you. I don't consider myself a fantastic first-person shooter. My KD on this game in TDM is 1.6. It's probably one of the better ones I've had in a Call of Duty, and that is only because I use this and it works for me. Just to make sure you're playing with a class that suits your style of gameplay. That's about it for me. Hopefully we'll get out a loadout lesson once a week. Next week I'm going to be doing troll classes. See yous.
Like, comment, subscribe.